Okay, so can't see my face. Apparently there's an issue with my camera. But thank you for your patience, and we'll get this started. A couple of quick announcements before I get too far into that. Want to give a shout out to Syrinscape for the background musics and soundboards. And want to give a shout out to the Players Table. I was a guest on their show last week. So go over to RomeSmith.tv here on Twitch and check out that, and check out Todd's Wildmount on Monday. Also, there were some questions that we didn't get to during the show that I will answer on the next episode of Scuba and the Rye. So if you had some questions you didn't get the chance to ask and want to hear the answers to the questions that didn't get stated, tune in on there Tuesday night, 9 p.m. after Behind the Screen, and we'll get those and the other things we do. With that, I'll go ahead and bring in the players. Awesome. Alrighty. Play some background music. How we doing tonight, guys?
Doing great.
Good.
Awesome.
Doing fantastic.
Yay. Did a little bit of work here, so hopefully the layout looks a little cleaner. It doesn't look quite so busy. But can hear everybody. That's what I need. Alright. I don't have echoes in my head. Syrinscape looks like it's working, and it doesn't look like it's echoing. Some other stuff going on back there, but we'll work through that as... Wow, so how's everybody doing tonight? Been a good weekend so far?
So far, so good.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah, you can see I'm a little sunburned, but the guys on the call can see me, but I don't know why my camera's not working for you guys on Twitch. And I'd rather get started with this and just let you hear my voice in the background. Where we left off is the party had met their newest member, Kara Lee, and decided to explore the rest of the mansion. Got through the first floor, getting into the northern section of the building, where they discovered a scullery, a dining room, a sitting room with a fireplace, and a swarm of spiders that attacked a couple members of the party. They then went into the kitchen area, and when attempting to search the cupboards, they found several giant centipedes that did not like being disturbed and lashed out at the party. Overall, not a bad exploration. It's too bad there's nothing in the cupboards, but you know, this house is like 20 years old. So, with that, now we have the party getting ready to go up into the second floor, which is where we left off. I pull up my last link for that. I will turn it over to the players to tell me what they're doing at this point in time. It's you guys.
I guess I have to lead again, so I guess I'll go off the door.
Isn't Findle already up the stairs?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I was going to say I'm kind of already at the top of the stairs, so...
So we're going to wait on you to lead.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
We're gonna zoom in a little bit. We can see
What do you
that.
see up there, sir?
I don't know. What do I see?
You see coming up the stairs, kind of a landing on the second floor.
Okay. Is it at the top? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, go. Yep.
I mean, hold on. I figured out a different way I could sit here and do the map, or keep, instead of having to try and maneuver.
Oh, look at that.
Instead of having three different screens to look at, I've got two. One that's the DM version and one that's the player version, and I can control them both from the same computer. So I am making progress.
I love it. Okay.
So Findle,
I
as
will,
you see up those stairs, that's what along the north wall of this area, a staircase descends to the ground floor, as obviously you are ascending at this point. The treads appear to be loose and perilous. Another staircase along the east wall climbs up to the upper level. The stair is mostly collapsed. Only the lowest 6 steps are still intact, and there is no easy access to the hole in the ceiling where the staircase used to lead. A heap of rotten timber lies in the northeast corner.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move up the stairs a little bit. I will kind of go up right about here.
Alrighty. So we will check back down with the rest of the pate.
Kendall's going up. I'll follow right behind him,
Okay.
or just a little bit back. But I'm kind of squatting down since you said it was kind of open.
Yep. I'm
So I'm
going.
not gonna just be.
Yeah.
Wanna-
And since I didn't hear any screaming or anything, I'll go ahead and head up there.
Yeah, same.
Guys, we might not all want to be on these rickety stairs at the same time.
Well, the stairs going up to the second floor aren't so bad. The stairs leading to the attic, that's another story.
Okay.
Okay.
I will move Quivel up behind Findle, and Imith up behind Quivel. Who else is ascending the staircase?
I'll go up there too.
Okay. We have Kara Lee moving up the stairs. Gilly and I found it. What's the order for you guys?
I just want to go up before the Dragonborn. I think he might break them.
Okay, we can have Delgar in the back. Have him at the base of the stairs here. Gavin will go right above Dulgar. So, Gilly, do you want to be in front of I found it or after I found it?
After I found it.
Alrighty. You guys there. You have access to your roll 20s and want to move your characters going forward. I'm not opposed to it. So, back up to the top of the stairs. Findle, you're just coming to the top. You can see that and come onto the landing. What is it you wish to do?
Sorry, I was on mute. You don't. I guess I don't see anything other than what you described at the top of the stairs, right?
Yeah, there's a hallway that leads to as you come up to the top. You see that there's a hall.
Yep.
It looks like there's a hallway that starts to head to the south, and
Okay, cool.
presumably where the front of the house would have been. That looks to be the only way.
Okay, in that case, I will kind of crawl around very quietly and stealthily to the corner here and try to peek around with my dark vision and see what I can see.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll me that stealth check, sir.
Oh, good lord. A 6.
You think you're acting very quietly.
All right. Awesome.
You think you're moving very quietly.
Can I yell up to him to be quiet?
Yeah, all of your passive perceptions. You can hear him kind of walk through this all the rotted timber, and you hear that creaking in the floor as he walks across.
So I'm gonna whisper loudly, "Pendle, you're making too much noise."
Oh, sorry.
That was the first one up the stairs. I believe Quivel, you said you were next.
I'm gonna move right behind him. I want to. Well, he's just peeking around the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's just kind of peeking around.
Okay. And there's only. I mean, is there like 5 feet between the two of us? I want to be almost in that same space, but behind him.
Okay.
Pretty small, and I just want to be able to peek around that corner as well. But
Okay.
Would he be able to occupy the same space as me? Because I'm only 3 feet tall, so.
Double check.
I think I can pass by people, so.
Well, yeah, you can always pass through friendly squares unless it's a certain
Yeah.
size.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. Okay.
If it's actually 5 feet, I mean, it's like walking down the hallway. I mean, 2 people can walk down a hallway. Just careful. That's probably 5 feet is bigger than that. So
I just shut off my camera by accident. I apologize.
You're still there.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You're still in the right spot.
Okay, good. I'm sorry.
We didn't get the shuffle.
Okay, good.
We'll just take you out back and beat the crap out of you later.
With our masks on. With our masks on. Right?
Yeah.
Social distancing.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
social distancing.
Good stick.
Alrighty.
Plus a disguise, in case someone has a camera.
For sure.
That's a good point. Oh, at least I'm maintaining my camera presence even though my camera's not working. Alrighty, let's see. So yes, Quivel, were you gonna try and stealth over there as well, or?
Hearing him go, I'm just gonna kind of try to be quiet, but I'm not. Yeah, I can try to stealth, but
Okay, so we'll just.
because I'm still trying to learn this armor, so I'm gonna actually see how stealthy I can be.
All right, remember that because the Mariner's armor is that type, it is a disadvantage on your stealth check.
Yeah, I know.
It's also for those watching at home who might have questions. Scale mail is not.
No. I had 13 twice.
That's not bad. So yeah, you're definitely quieter than than Finda was creeping up to that corner, and you as you peek around, you can see as far down as your vision will take. It's only about 70 feet to the front of the house, and it's a narrow 5-foot wide hallway.
I'm gonna kind of wave back to everybody else, kind of like, okay, let's go. It seems clear.
All right, Emmett, you're up. How do you want to come all the way up onto the landing, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, come all the way up stealthily, of course.
Of course, go and roll that stealth check.
Hope mine's better than theirs. Huh, not much. 3 + 7, 10.
Is Malgat the cousin?
Trust me, I'm gonna try and find a way to get those rings that Janice and Jonna had and switch places at some point very stealthily.
That works. All right, Carol Lee, what about you?
I'll do the same thing. If they're not going down the hallway yet, I'll go down the hallway first. And
Well, it's getting everybody up on here, so we kind of have this stack coming.
okay, I'll just kind of step through them. I can go through their spaces because I'm a halfling. So I will. Oops, I lost my character. Anyway, I'll just kind of move around there stealthily so that there's more room on the stairs and stuff. Unless you wanted to go first.
No. I'm
think I'm
actually
below Findle.
fine not going first.
I don't know why, but for some reason I was able to grab Findle and I didn't mean to.
It's probably because the permissions are set for players to be able to click each other's icons. Because wasn't sure, still working that out, but also wasn't sure how many people could also get access, so I could then identify who's got what character.
Not a problem.
With that, back down to the base of the stairs.
My score is 22, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's like they don't. They don't even notice you passed by.
Talk about a waste of a 19.
It happens. All right. Let's see. I found it, and Gilly, are you guys gonna go ahead and move up the stairs?
Yeah, I'd like to come up the stairs, but I'm kind of interested on. You said there's a hole in. There's stairs leading up to another level.
Yes.
Do they lead up to another landing, or is it like an attic ceiling, or?
It looks like there's stairs that lead up to an attic type space. But as I said, it's only most of the stairs leading up there have collapsed entirely, so there's no easy way up.
Is there a door up there, or are we looking at a open?
Think of it like a lot of the old architecture when it comes to those old Victorian homes, where they have kind of the stairs up and there's kind of like a latch that or some kind of cover, then you just kind of push it up as you finish coming up the stairs. Yeah.
Okay, well I want to keep an eye on that while they're looking, so nothing comes up behind us.
Alrighty, Gilly, what about you?
So Gilly will come up the stairs and kind of be like, why is, so he'll just kind of like speak out and be like, Why is everybody trying to move quietly? I can hear you downstairs. Like you're announcing that we're here. So he'll just sit there and kind of wait for everybody else to kind of pull up behind him. And that's pretty much it. I'll stay at that spot for right now.
All right, sounds good. Here we are. Alrighty, so
Now that everybody, you want me to go check the door?
yeah, go ahead, come up to the door.
Do we hear anything?
So far, no. There isn't anything you can immediately hear.
Nothing
Can
else.
I go? Can I follow him behind?
Yes.
Two cards.
I'll go past
Same, I'll follow.
a little bit just so we have room.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So who's going to listen in on the door?
I got a 16 on my perception.
You're not hearing any sounds. So other than the wind in the door, or wind from what sounds like a window. So it's pretty quiet if you want to go ahead and open the door.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. If you guys are okay with me leading the way, I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
All right.
Rock and roll.
She says, okay, here we go. Sounds empty. And then she opens the door and steps in. Unless I can't open the door.
All right. So
Got
you're able to push the door open. The room appears to have been used for storage. A large, ill-made oak chest stands under the window, its lid closed. Elsewhere in the room lie 3 broken wooden chairs, 2 splintered wooden buckets, and a mildewed sack. Just inside the door is a heap of clothing. These garments have collected little dust, appearing to have been placed there only recently. Back to the rest. Hold that thought. We gotta see how everybody else is coming down the hallway here. Emmett?
Yeah, you can move me. Yeah, you can move me in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'd get to the door.
Okay. I found it. And Gilly, what about you guys?
I'll just head as far as I can towards the room. I got 25 movement.
Gilly?
So Gilly is going to, let's see. So I'll move right behind. I found it.
All right.
Stand there.
Okay. Gavin and Dolgar continue to move up the stairs. Take up position following the party.
Google's kind of leaning up against the outer wall of the door, or outer wall of the house.
Okay.
He's kind of like up against it with his bow out, just kind of watching the way. If something starts coming down that hallway, his plan is to try to move backwards, like back towards the group. So he's not in.
Okay, I think I'm tracking. All right. So back inside the room for those. That was the description of what was in the room. Thoughts, impressions, questions. What do you want to do next?
I just say out loud to everybody, it seems empty if somebody wants to search it.
Well, there's a chest in there that's closed.
Yeah, I'm not touching that, but out of that was
I
what
can go over and check if you'd like.
I'll watch your back, Fiddle.
All right. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
There's
Findle.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to the chest, and I would like to kind of inspect it to see if it has any traps or anything. Like if I can see if I notice anything strange about it. I don't want to just come out and say I want to search it for traps or anything. You know what I mean? or unless I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah, if you
I can tell you.
if you want, if that's what you want to do. Go
I
ahead.
would like to, if that's okay. Yeah,
Yes,
kind of
by all
search it, make sure it's okay to open before I.
All right, go and roll. Go and do an investigation check.
Alrighty. Sorry, I'm kind of new. I'm still learning the rule and everything.
That's perfectly
Oh no,
fine.
that is a nat 1. 6 altogether.
Fiddle safe. I say out loud.
Well, Findle, here's what happens.
Oh, God.
As you sit there and you kind of you gauge at this box and you start to work out in your mind, okay, where would somebody put the trap? And as you go to touch it, and you just run your thumb over the latch falls off completely from rot. So you can totally open the chest. There's no traps or anything.
Oh, it was easier than I expected it to be. All right.
I don't know any better, so I'm like, man, that was really good. Good job.
I'm learning real quick.
All right, so I'll open it up.
The chest is empty, except for a sack that contains some drab, rotted clothing. Laundry sold long ago by the house's former owner. If you try to, it is like wool socks and stuff like that, but this is like dirty clothes that have been sitting for 20 years.
Yeah, I don't think I want to.
So,
I
yeah.
tell him if he has something to check the bottom, make sure there's not a false bottom in it, like a sword or a
Okay.
staff. Just kind of tap the bottom, make sure it sounds solid.
Here, I hand you my staff.
Actually, I've got a pole that I can do
okay.
that with.
All right.
The where is it? The pole of collapsing. So, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go tick 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 tick, listen to their suggestions and go. Oh, that's a good idea. I never thought of that.
Well, as you go and you do the testing, you can kind of feel the tip kind of sink in. It's that kind of mushy, rotted feel.
Okay.
So yeah, there's no false bottom.
Nothing
This
there.
is-
No. Oh, I think this is just old clothes. Ugh.
Ready. I found it, and Gilly, are you guys gonna continue to move down the hallway?
Yeah, I'd like to come up to the room that they're looking at, and I'm interested in the clothes that were laying by the door.
All right, go ahead. Move yourself into the room. Gilly, what about you?
So Gilly isn't too fond of going into the room and stealing clothes, so I'm just gonna pull myself up to the back wall near the banister,
Okay.
looking onto the stairs just to keep an eye out of anything that might be coming
Up from behind.
up from behind or from the top of those other stairs. So I'll just wait there and kind of pull out my longbow and get it ready.
Gavin and Dolgar are going to continue to kind of, they'll move up to the rest of the group in case they're needed. I found it. You see the pile of clothing in the corner, just inside the door. They don't appear to be as dusty and old as the rest of the clothing that Findle was just inspecting and you see elsewhere in the room. These look newer, and they just don't, and like they've been placed there. It looks recently compared to what else is in the room.
Does the clothing look like similar to the style of clothes that the bandits were using down in the dungeon?
No, more like just some commoners clothes, merchant clothes, worker clothes.
All right, well, I'll search them then.
All right. You don't find anything in them. This looks like it's like a set of clothes, like when you change your clothes and you put them in the laundry. So.
All right, well, I want to tell the party that, guys, somebody must have put these up here. These these clothes haven't been here as long as the rest of the stuff in this room has been.
Did we
How many-
just
Go ahead. No, go.
Did we just discover the laundry room?
Yes.
How many sets of clothes does it appear to be that are new or newer?
2 sets maybe, 1 or 2 sets.
Okay.
So, you guys want to do next?
Who will move down towards, just past the next room. And he's gonna kind of peek both ways around this corner, while hopefully, looks like Carolee is right behind me.
Yeah.
Is listening in that door, but I want to kind of watch her front side, so nothing comes, or be prepared if anything's coming.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Carolee, you've moved yourself up to the door. Go ahead and... You want to listen in on the door, or do you want to go ahead and open it?
Do I see anything when I look down those 2 hallways? Like, I don't see any figures or anything like that.
No, just bare hallways with windows on either end.
Okay.
And a set of windows coming in. Given the time of day, there seems to be more sunlight on the eastern side of the house, because the light coming in from all of the eastern facing windows is brighter than the western facing. So it kind of gives you an idea. This is probably early morning, maybe getting into mid-morning. The other thing you notice as you look south, that you see the hallway continues down to a window, but you also see the broken railing. You see the railing and whatnot of the balcony that overlooks the front foyer of the house. Carolee, what are you doing at the door? You on mute?
That's my fault. Sorry about that. I was 19, and when I rolled for my perception, and if I don't hear anything, I'm just going to go ahead and open the door.
And I'm going to go ahead and scooch up behind her.
Sounds good. Findle, I found it. What are you guys doing?
I'm not a big fan of the old clothes and the smell, so I'm gonna kind of follow everybody else.
This room isn't very much fun. Get out of here.
Alrighty. I found it. What are you doing? And it looks like you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm just coming following everybody else.
Alrighty. Gilly, are you gonna continue to watch over the stairwell, or are you gonna move forward?
No, I'm gonna definitely stand here and watch over the stairwell and make sure nobody's coming in or out.
Damp mold covers portions of the walls and ceiling in this large bedroom, and rubbish is strewn liberally around the floor. In the center is a single mattress that has been badly torn, from which stuffing protrudes. Under the window sits a large wooden chest. The timbers split and its lid closed.
I say, hey, Findle, here's another chest for you to look at.
Ooh!
I don't know what he does. I just assume.
I'll come into the room.
Works.
Yeah, I'll let him by.
Alright.
Okay, sorry.
So we'll put
I just
Findle
assumed
right
I
there.
I could climb by it. I'm kind of small, so sorry. I should have.
True. No worries. I forget how short you are.
No, it's yeah. No, I'm sorry.
I'm used to you 6'1", so
No, 3 feet.
too many characters.
I moved you in front of the chest there.
What else do I see in the room?
Like
just a chest or
Garbage.
Garbage, mattress that's been ripped up.
Does it look like the mattress has been ripped up intentionally, or is it just like an old mattress?
Go and roll an investigation check.
like as if somebody had maybe stashed something inside it, or let's see, that's better. 13 plus 5, 18.
It appears as if it's been searched.
Okay.
Like when you think
So-
about like the old spy movies where they go through and they toss the room, and
Okay.
trying to look and be as thorough as possible. This looks part of it does look like maybe it might have been some kind of creature that tried to dig into it, but
Oh.
other parts of it, the cuts just look too clean to be claw marks.
Okay. All right. Okay. I will. If I can, I would like to check the chest for traps.
Okay.
What do I roll for that again? Investigation.
That
again?
will be investigation again.
That is a 13 plus 5, 18.
All right. Using your knowledge from the last box you inspected, you go through and you check, and you find that again there are no traps or anything there, and the chest appears to be unlocked.
Okay.
So,
I'll flick it open.
all right. Inside is a pile of moldy, ragged clothing and styles that were never in fashion. There's absolutely nothing of value. And there's a bundle of documents. Pages are rotten and stained, meaning lost long ago.
Can I understand the language?
These are faded and all of that.
Oh,
So
yeah. Okay. And there's no way does it look like if I picked it up it would crumble? Like does it look old and whatnot?
you could probably, if you're careful, you may be able to pick them up and store them.
I would like to try if I can.
All right, go ahead and give me a dexterity check. More specifically, give me a sleight of hand check.
Wow, a lot of 13s. 13 plus 4, 17.
Yeah, you take a look and they appear to be somewhat salvageable. So you very delicately and carefully kind of roll them up and and store them so that you could probably try to attempt to decipher them or see if somebody could help you recover the data on them.
Okay, I'll let everybody else know what I found.
I will make a note of that for you.
I found some old papers in the box. Everything else here is just useless clothes, but the papers are really old and delicate, so I stored them in my backpack. Maybe we can take a look at them later on.
And there's more clothes in here for you. I found it if you want some.
Go in there already. Okay. Quivel, we'll come to you. You're at the intersection of the hallways and the landing. Which way do you wish to go?
I don't actually want to lead, but I will step out and I think go towards the lighter area, so where the light is.
So this is the eastern side.
So yeah, over this way. And I'll kind of come up right up. Is this all like a banister that I can see down to the first floor?
Yes, this is as you look over, this is the entryway that you guys first came into.
I'll kind of wave back to everybody to kind of keep moving forward. So we don't get too spread out, because I don't want to move too far forward without others. So I'm just going to kind of step off to the side while I step down this way a little bit and kind of, I don't know, wave people off to the one side a little bit.
All right. So
Let's go
okay,
this
so you went across.
Yep.
Emeth, you're in the hallway. We'll go with you next.
I'm sorry, and so that was a banister, right, that you could see down
Yes.
below?
Yes.
Okay. And what is below? I don't remember.
The below is the entry hall. Let's see. The dirty entrance hall that pretty much is the center, leads to the different corridors. The staircase on the eastern wall climbs up to reach the balcony that overlooks the entry hall.
Okay. So that is stairs down, not another set of stairs up.
Yes, that's a set of stairs that descends to the front door.
Well, I'll move up and where does everybody want to go? East or west? Anybody?
In the maze, always turn left, so go to the east.
All right. East it is.
Steve, what's the structure that's in the room below, like beside Carolee?
That right there?
Yeah.
That would most likely be a fireplace.
Okay, cool. All right, sorry.
Ooh, did
I'll wait till my
anybody
turn.
search the fireplace?
No, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to wait till my turn and then.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And of course, Steve, I have swords out. Of course.
Of
Just
course.
Making sure. Okay.
And as you move across the balcony and that as you cross that spot, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Of course. 14 plus 5, 19.
All right, you feel that this area of the balcony starts to collapse, and you're able to sidestep across without falling down with it. So now there is a 5-foot gap that has to be crossed when you go to move to the east side of the house.
Who said go left?
So yeah, we'll.
We're not in a maze, so to be fair.
Not this time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't know what else is here, so I guess it could qualify as a maze.
I was going to say, wait a minute. This time.
Did the banister fall, or is it just a hole in the floor?
It's just a hole in the floor, basically. There's a little bit of the banister that's left, but for the collapse, as Imith looks at it, it looks like the floor and the floor joists and the bottom part of the railing all kind of rotted away and collapsed.
We'll be just like, Emmett, are you all right? And I'll kind of move over towards where he is a little bit, like just to, like thinking I was going to try to help him if he was going to fall or something.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
You guys are both standing on either side of this.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good.
See.
Is the banister still there, or is the just the floor gone?
The top railing and a couple of the spindles are still there, but the bottom part of the banister and the floor is given away.
Okay.
Carolee, since you moved, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna move out so they can come down the hallway. I just figured that we'd all kind of be moving, so I'll just kind of be moving there. And I see the hole, and I'm just gonna wait for everybody.
All right, Findle, let's bring it to you. Said you wanted to investigate the fireplace.
You're muted.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I would like to do that if I can. I had to reload roll 20. Just take a second here.
Okay. Go ahead and move in front of the fireplace.
There we go. Yeah, I would like to kind of investigate it if that's possible.
Yeah, it looks like several of the other fireplaces you've seen, old and unused, and there doesn't appear to be anything of interest.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, I will move out into the hallway with everybody else. Down right here.
All right.
Because everybody can kind of get by me that way. So.
Okay. As you come around that corner, you see the hole in the walkway and Imith on the other side of it.
What did you do to the floor?
I had a party and it collapsed.
Oh God! All right.
Bindle, do you want to maybe hand him that pole you had so he can check the floor in front of him?
Oh, I can do that. Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I will extend the pole to him.
I was sitting there waiting for it. It's like, how's he gonna pass across? All right.
Thank
so,
you. So now,
Yep.
Steve, when I'm walking, I'm going to be tapping in front of me. I'm just going to say it once while we're up here, so you'll know.
That works. That works.
Self-chain, right? Is that what Brandon would say? You're putting on your armor in the morning.
Yeah. See, I can't pull that trick. That I was.
Yeah, Jason's ruined that for you, hasn't he?
Maybe just a little. Because I'm seeing that everywhere now. It's like everybody's like, as soon as I get up, I put on my armor. No question about it. It's the first thing I do. I don't even rub the sleep out of my eyes. I put my armor on.
But Steve, I'm going to do it carefully, right? I'm not going to be like bang, bang, bang.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want to
you're
announce
gonna-
we're
you're-
coming. Yeah.
I'm expecting it just like a stealth check is like you're kind of just testing it as you come across and
Yep.
being methodical. So it'll probably be a
Yes.
little. I'll probably say for this you'll probably do maybe half movement because you're making sure everything's good as you come through.
Okay.
As long as you're going to continue checking the floor, if this is going to be a continuous, then just keep in mind it'll be half movement as you progress through.
Yep.
Alrighty.
When we walked down the hall, was the whole hall kind of? I mean, I know you told us it was creaky, and Gilly said he could hear us downstairs, but did it feel pretty solid until we got to this point, or?
Yeah, it's fairly solid. You do hear some of it. There are some spots that are a little softer than others, just because of 20 years of being exposed in certain
Okay.
areas. So, but it's just this particular spot was a little worse for wear than the rest.
Got it. So I'll call everybody in the hall and just say, "Hey guys, it's safe. There is a hole in the floor up here, though, so be a little careful."
I found it. What are you doing?
You said there was rubble and boards and stuff at the back where we came up.
Yeah, yeah. The only a few of the stairs are still intact. The rest of them leading up into the attic space are gone.
In that rubble, are there any boards long enough to cover the 5 feet?
Possibly. You'd have to go and make a quick investigation check to see if you can find something.
Sure.
Good idea.
No, that's a 14.
You're able to find a few boards that are not quite long enough, but tied with some of the other furniture in a couple of the other rooms, you are able to kind of make a haphazardly cover up the hole to where you could get across a little easier. It would negate me telling you have to make any kind of check to cross. So you've essentially made a walkway.
Okay, I will bring that back to the hole and say, "Hey guys, this might help getting across there."
Alrighty. Gilly, what are you doing, sir?
All right, so I'm just gonna finally decide to move up. Looks like everything's okay. So I'll pass up Dolger and Gavin.
Yeah.
And I'll move up my 25. 1, 2. So I'm kind of right there with. I'm sorry, right here. All right, so I've moved up. So I'll just stay there for right now. I'm not doing anything.
Alrighty. Dar and Gavin are also there waiting in case needed. Yeah, and we'll bring it back up with Quivel and I found it. Or not I found it, but Quivel and Emmett. Who wants to go first?
Did I find it bring that board all the way up here already, or?
He is. He's in the process of bringing it up right now. Next time he comes up, it'll be placed.
If Emmett moves forward, I'm gonna just kind of take a step back, like where Findle is, and then just jump right over.
Alrighty. And then real quick, just do a quick athletics. Not that far of a jump, but it should be good.
As I see him coming up the hall with the board, I'm going to move back
Okay.
one step so he's got so he can get through easily.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I rolled a 7.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Wow, that's very generous.
Only 5 feet.
That's why it's 5 feet. I mean, it's 5 feet. There's a railing. You know, as he lands though, he feels himself start to fall back a little bit, like, and in
Parkour!
question is like, wait a minute,
I'll
I
reach
jumped
out
farther
and
than that
grab him.
before.
Yeah, I put my staff behind him and pushed him a little bit.
And I reach out and grab him so he doesn't fall.
Yep.
And then, of course, I'm going to start my 15 feet movement with tapping
Okay.
along the way.
Yep, there's a door just ahead
Mm-hmm.
to another room.
I'll move. I'm gonna be moving right behind him.
Okay.
So,
All right.
And Steve, I can see the end of this hallway, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The way the tokens are all positioned with what what they can see, that is what's giving you clear. That's what's illuminating on the map. Everywhere
Okay.
those angles are all going, that's all places that you
Yeah.
have line of sight on. So if
Okay.
anything falls within those cones of sight,
Yep.
you're good.
Hey, Steve,
All
is
right.
that the square that's empty right there? Where they fell through?
Yeah, where you just scribbled some purple and stuff on there. Yes.
That's one, right? Sorry, just marking it for myself.
No, you're good.
I didn't think it was going to do it on the main map. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't know it could do that either. So hey. All right. Moving on. Carolee and Findle. Now, Findle, you said you were moving back, so I found it can bring up the boards.
Yeah.
I found
Yes,
it. Go ahead and
okay.
bring yourself up your next bit of movement to where you can go and place those boards on the hole to walkway. And Carolee, what are you gonna do?
Just given my background, I think I'm going to just run and do it like a parkour acrobatics thing off the wall and back down again.
And you're gonna do that before I find it brings the boards.
I certainly am.
All right. Go ahead and do that athletics check.
Okay. Just because. Or is it acrobatics? I was going to do I was going to try to parkour jump off. That.
Okay. Go and do the acrobatics.
All right. That's going to be a 12 plus 5. That would be 17.
You don't even get into your fancy moves. And you're already across.
I'm only 3 feet tall, so I figured it is actually a stretch for me.
Just a little bit. But you get across, no problem.
Yeah.
That's right. Gotta try and remember the height set.
Yeah.
I'll get better on that. Alrighty. Gilly, are you gonna go ahead and move up as well? Or
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and come up my 25 feet, and well, I'll move up to 20, and I'll be right behind. I found it.
alright. Gar up as well. Alrighty. Bringing up Imith, you're doing the checking of the floor and whatnot. Think you're gonna move it
Yeah.
up. Where are you gonna move to? Are you gonna stop at the
Yeah,
door?
so what I want to do is test the floor all the way up. If people want to stop at the doors and listen, but I want to go ahead and test the floor all the way up so I can give the pole back to Findle.
Alright, move you up there. Everything is safe and secure. Quivel.
I'm gonna actually listen at this door.
Alrighty. What was that roll?
That's a 6.
Everything sounds good to you.
Rolling really good tonight.
Alright, I've let Carolee. Do you want to open the door or do you want to wait for somebody else to try and open the door?
I'll open it right up.
Alrighty.
I'm not gonna go in, but I'm gonna open it.
As I see this, I kind of yell at those guys, hey, wait till I get the drawbridge down, guys.
So you open the door. And this bedroom has no furniture but rubbish scattered everywhere. And webs cover the walls and ceiling. From the doorway, you can see the glint of light in the fireplace from a small, highly reflective object. I'll hold on that, and we'll get to Carolee, who's right behind you. And
He opened the door.
he opened the door, but he did not step in.
I will.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for everybody. I'm just figuring he's waiting for me. He didn't. So it's like, I've been told to go in the front, so I'm just going in the front.
Ready. Go and step in. Okay. I found it. You're placing that walkway down and then crossing, I take it?
Yes.
Ready? Go and move yourself across. Findle and Gilly, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna follow. I found it.
Ready?
Do I need to?
Yep. Gilly, what about you?
So for right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and move around the corner. I'm not gonna. I feel like that may be too much weight on that floor, even though I know it's secure so far. But I'm still kind of cautious. So I'm gonna move myself around this corner and post up there.
All right.
And yeah.
You see, see doors and windows along that hallway. So
If Dalgar makes it across, it'll be good.
Right.
right, the two of them are going to move up. Gavin is probably going to want hallway behind Gilly to kind of get a look at that door. Elgar comes in and he stops and kind of looks at that little walkway and questions himself. Steps across. So it held. Gilly, you can see that it held. Your lizard boy walked across without a problem.
Yeah. So right now, since I'm there standing next to Gavin, I'm gonna be like, why don't you pull out your fancy little spider, with your little black magic, and have him look around in one of these rooms over here on this side?
Gavin nods, and the little spider crawls out of his pocket down, and he takes a knee and goes into that meditative state that you've seen he does. He looks very serene. His eyes kind of roll back to his head. It look with white, and he is completely oblivious to all sound and anything that's around him. And you see the spider move with purpose underneath the first door frame. Come across over here for Imith. Still checking the floor all the way down, I take it?
Yep, I'm gonna keep going.
All right, pass by a couple more doors. Quivel, you're next. What are you doing?
Okay, since Carolee went in there, I'm gonna go over to the fireplace and kind of try to like see what that little glint was. See if I can kind of tell what it is.
As you go and
I'm not touching it. I'm just looking at it.
You're just looking at it? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Can I help him out just so he can do an advantage or whatever, if that's okay?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we might not need it.
Oh.
And 19.
All right. You see, there's see something that looks you're not touching it, just looking at it, right?
Looking to see what it is. Yeah.
All right. The glint you see is is similar to that of light shining off of a cut stone, maybe a gemstone of some type. Got a little bit of that refractive visual, like when you look at something through crystal or some other type of gemstone. That's what you're seeing in the rubble. You'd actually have to try and dig it out to get a better look.
Okay, then I would try to grab it.
All right, and as soon as you start messing with the contents of the fireplace, two swarms of spiders come out of the cracks and crevices and descend upon you and Carolee.
When did we start backing up?
I start screaming, spider!
As he's screaming, can me and I find it kind of go forward and come
Yes.
into the room with them, or?
Yeah, you guys can move forward, and then I will take the initiative rolls. This shouldn't take too long, but something happened.
Unless you roll a natural 1, like I just did. So.
Wow. Okay.
4 initiative.
Is what's that in front of the door? Like, is that can I get by it, or do I have to stand where I am?
That's the swarm of spiders. So you could
Okay,
totally.
cool. I just want to make sure.
So as you and I found you wanted to move in, so as soon as you're moving into the room, you're in there. You're right in there with the swarm of spiders.
Okay.
My just a question for you, Steve. Is my
Go for it.
hunter's mark still available? I know it had an hour when we.
It has expired by this point. You'd have to recast.
Okay, that's all right.
All right. So Carolee got a 1 on the initiative.
It's 4 total.
4 total. Okay. All right. Initiatives from everybody else.
Oh, good Lord. I got a 4 as well. Ugh.
16 plus 3, 19.
Approval's a 21.
I'm too scared of spiders. Apparently.
Bindle got a 4 as well.
Yep.
And Imith got 16.
19.
Say again?
19.
19.
6.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 plus 3.
Gotcha. 19. Okay. I found it.
Rolled a 6, or got a 6.
6. Gilly?
I got an 11.
Quivel gets to react first. What do you wish to do?
Well, I'm gonna draw my short sword and dagger,
Yoki?
and I'm gonna I'm gonna swing my short sword at the spiders, I guess, directly north of me.
Gotcha.
That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
It's gonna be 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna attack him with my dagger.
Okie dokie.
Oh, so close. That's gonna be an 8.
Not gonna do it.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a 3. Forgot. Can't add my proficiency bonus.
Yeah, it's not gonna score a hit on that one.
Okay.
All right, which brings us to them. The swarm that attacks you, Quivel, is does a 9 hit.
No.
All right, so that is a miss from them. The other swarm will attack Carolee, and that wasn't much better. So that's an 8 to hit Carolee.
No.
Awesome. Dulgar's up. He hears the screaming and pushes forward to the doorway
I let him pass.
and pulls his great sword and starts slashing at the swarm. Imith, you're up next. You hear the screaming from across the room, from behind you. You continue to inspect, or
Yeah, I'm going to move 5 feet forward, testing both of those squares, and then move the 20 feet back to be next to Findle, assuming nothing happens in those 10 feet.
no,
or in
nothing.
the 2 squares in front of us.
Nope. That all the way to the window is pretty solid.
Okay. And then while I'm standing right there, I'll hand the pole back to Findle and say thank you.
Okay.
And I'm assuming even with a longbow or nothing, I don't have a shot on these guys. So I'm
No,
just
it's
going
inside.
to-
It's
yeah.
inside the room. You have to move in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's end of my turn.
Alrighty. Gilly, what are you going to do? You hear the screaming from the other end of the hallway, from the room that Quivel and Carolee entered, and you're standing next to Gavin in his state.
Yeah, so I'm I don't feel comfortable with leaving Gavin by himself, especially in that state right now. So what I'm gonna do is just draw back and have my longbow ready in the event that I can see one come out that I can fire on.
That's fair. I found it. What are you gonna do?
Would I be able to make it into the room?
Yeah, you could get in. You could squeeze in and take a position diagonal from Quivel and be able to attack the swarm right there.
All right, well, I would like to do that and attack it with my short sword.
All right, go ahead and move yourself to one of those 2 squares on either side of the swarm. Wish to kind of squeeze yourself into. Can. Alrighty, and once you get in there, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Nat 20 for 25.
Nice. All right. Go ahead and roll your damage.
How do you do the damage again?
What's your what are you attacking with? What's your damage dice?
It was a sword, short sword, so 6.
All right,
D6.
so when you roll the d6, what'd you get?
7 after modifier,
All right, add another 6 to that.
so that's 13.
Alrighty, so that's how much damage you deal on that one strike.
Did you get sneak attack? I found it.
I have sneak attack. I don't know if I could use it there.
Yes,
Could be
you are in a position to use it. You have a friendly ally within 5 feet of the thing you're trying to attack.
That doubles 2. So
You're muted again.
That would be another D6.
So
Yeah.
6 plus whatever you roll on the die.
I rolled a 2.
All right, so 13 plus 6, 19. Add 21 points of damage for that hit.
yay, dead spiders. Hopefully.
I hope so.
The swarm has been significantly reduced, but it is still there.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Well, that's that swarm. That's not your swarm, Carolee.
You know, I'm in way
Swarms.
more trouble. Is what I'm saying.
That's fair. All right. Next up is Gavin. He kind of hears it through the spider's senses, but continues to search the room, and with his spider, which will bring us to Findle.
Okay. I want to. Yeah, you know what? Forget it. I want to kind of jump on Delgo's shoulders and then kind of try to jump over the swarm to the square next to them, to the left of them.
All right, go ahead and move yourself to that square.
And as I do that, I would like to cast Grease on 2 squares that are below, like on the monster beside Carolee, and then the square below that square. So not on him. It occupies a 10-foot square.
Oh, okay. So you're ducking around and you're wanting to get this square and this square.
Yeah. The monsters and then the one below it. Yeah. If that's okay.
It's a 10-foot square, so that's actually 4 blocks, not 2.
It's gonna be on me.
Oh, I apologize. Is it? I just figured it was 2.
No, it's typically when they do that, they're talking about a full square. However, you can. Here's how we can do this. You can cast it, and we'll say that the other 5 feet or so is all along the wall. So you cover like half the wall and part of the floor. That way, Carolee will not be in the grease trap.
That's more what I was trying to.
So you kind of just go there. kind of reach around and you aim for it, and then all of a sudden the grease spell goes off. What does it do?
Okay. When the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dex saving throw or fall prone. A creature that enters that area or ends its turn there must also succeed on a dex saving throw or fall prone.
Alrighty. Alright, dex saving throw.
13.
Okay. It makes it and is immune to being prone.
Well, darn.
But now there's a big grease puddle there, and it's kind of oozing down the wall.
Well, there's something, I guess.
Let's burn down the mansion.
Only we knew somebody who loved to cast bonfire all the time. Carolee, you're up.
I pull out my tinder box and I go, "Die, spiders, die!" And I try to light the grease on fire.
All right. Go ahead and give me a go ahead and give me a survival check.
Sure. All right, that's a 13 plus 3, so it's 16 total.
Alrighty, so you go and you're sitting there scraping that flint and steel, trying to get there, and then it sparks, and you see the embers kind of come in, and the fire just starts to engulf the wall as the grease just kind of catches.
Alrighty.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
I'm gonna give it.
Little steps backwards.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look this one up. So give me a minute. I'm gonna have to see. It's like, okay, what's the lowest level fireball? I think it probably 36.
Whatever you do, don't throw water on it.
Does anybody have any marshmallows?
Oh Lord.
I figured you were just setting me up. I didn't know it was going.
You know what? I'm sorry.
That was my plan originally, but then I was like, oh, I don't know if that's such a good idea because that's not going to go out easy.
No, I know that. I know that out of character, but in character, you take it out.
He just did it in the fireplace though. He didn't light it anywhere else.
Yeah. Control burn.
It doesn't spread or nothing.
All right, so let's see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna consider this a burning hands type situation. 3d6 fire damage to that swarm of spiders.
Wow. All sixes.
No, a couple bounced out. Okay, so we have 8 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Alrighty, so yeah, that definitely does some damage to it.
And I'll move
Brings
down.
us to the top of the order with Quibble. You're standing there with all of a sudden you feel this heat on your back. And you look over and you see part of the room is on fire.
I kind of step over towards I found it away from the fire. And I'm still gonna take a swing at this one in front of us.
Yep, go ahead.
Because I'm like, holy, and whoop, I forgot where I was. Okay, here we go. That's gonna be a 12 to hit with my short sword.
That will hit. Roll damage.
Oh yeah, and that's 4 damage. And then I'm gonna do my bonus action. I'm gonna attack it with my dagger again.
Alrighty, go and roll it.
And that's gonna be a 12 again.
That will hit. Roll damage.
And that's gonna be 5 points of damage.
That eliminates the last of the swarm.
Nice. And on the end, I'm gonna kind of move over, actually closer, like around where, well, not here, right behind Carolee, kind of, not because I just want to make sure that she's all right. Like
Okay.
kind of pulling her back or making sure that those spiders aren't like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
And move.
she's still there. She didn't Didn't provoke an attack of opportunity on that move. All
I
right.
didn't want-
To make sure she doesn't get caught on fire, I guess. That's what I'm
Yeah.
kind of looking for.
Dolgar is going to, be in defensive mode, charge in and swipe at the spiders with his greatsword. And drops the great sword in his eagerness.
In the fire.
Yeah, we'll go that. Okay, Emeth,
Nice.
you start to smell smoke.
They can't see me, so I roll my eyes.
We can feel it. We can feel it.
Alrighty, Gilly, you're starting to start to get that aroma of smoke as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna turn around because I can only imagine that it's already really bad. So I'm gonna turn around and I'm just gonna start like tapping Gavin in the head, kind of like playing bongos on his head, trying to get him out of that state. And I'm be like, mate, we need your black magic, mate, and just keep on tapping him until he like shakes or hopefully shakes free from the being in that translucent or transit state.
Okay, you're doing that. I found it. What are you gonna do?
From there, can I just shoot at him with my hand crossbow?
You certainly can.
And that was a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
And I'll just stay where I'm at. Plus the fire seems to be getting bigger.
it is kind of steadily growing. Gavin comes to from the taps that Gilly's been doing and comes back to his senses and summons his spider back to him and sees what's going on. I
think he has prestidigitation. I don't know if that's gonna help.
Find your magical trick.
They can put out small fires, I think.
Snuff out or a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. Yeah, unfortunately, this is quickly growing beyond the capabilities of being able to put it out with prestidigitation. But he doesn't know that, so he's going to move across and try to get there. 30, so yeah. He's moving. He'll do dash. And comes into the room to see this fire start to spread throughout the room. Bindle, what would you like to do, sir?
Well, I sure don't want to cast Fireball, that's for sure.
Oh, why not?
Of course that can happen.
Would you say that I am would be able to shoot my light crossbow at the spider?
Yes, you may.
Okay, cool. I would like to do that if I can.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
And 9 plus 5, 14.
14 will hit. Roll damage.
Nice. So 8 damage total.
Righty.
And with my movement, I would like to get the heck out of that room. If I can.
Alrighty.
And then I will back out right about here.
All right. Carol Lee.
I'm just gonna scream, die, burning spiders, and I'll just smack.
Okay, go ahead and roll for your attack.
I rolled a 16 plus 5, 21.
That will hit. Roll damage.
Okay. 5 plus 3, so 8. 8 damage.
8 damage.
and I'm not going to use an unarmed strike because I don't want to burn myself. So.
Yeah. And since you set it on fire, the fire is growing, because this place is kind of damp and a lot of stuff is kind of rotten and exposed, and makes for good kindling. Now it's going to be, and the fire has been spreading, so now it's 5d6 fire damage, and yeah, that's going to suck wholeheartedly. 17 points of fire damage, and it kills the spiders and starts to billow smoke and continue to spread. Smoke is now coming out of the doorway, toward the window, and now spreading. Next round is it will start actually affecting you guys. So,
do I have my movement still, or
yes,
I
you
don't?
do. Yes, you do.
Okay, all right. Then if I see that, I'm just going to take off. Say sorry.
Pick up that gem, I would assume. Yes.
You could certainly try and grab at it. Yes.
I thought I did grab it. That was a thing.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you have the item.
Okay. I just put it in one of my pockets.
Okay.
And then I try to also move out of the room.
Okay.
So, and I'm kind of like, while I'm there, I'm just kind of moving people, like getting people out so that I can shut the door. I'm going to try to smother it with just shutting it.
All right. Gavin realizes that he doesn't have any ways to stop this, so he's going to be moving toward the door as well.
I'd be like, oh, let's go.
Dulgar is going to be moving toward the door as well. So the fire is spreading. Where are we moving to? How are we moving out? Findle, you're first.
Oh, good lord. All right. I'm not sure what I can do. I'll mention to everyone else. What do you think we should do?
Get out of here.
Oh, real quick before we get too much into there. I don't have my camera so the stream can see it, so I'm going to describe it. But I have this set of hourglasses that I use for particular moments. In this instance, because the fire has been started, it is now ticking. The fire will continue to grow as long as you guys are in the house and the sand is still flowing. So the timer has started. I'm going to set it down, and yes, where were you again? What were you doing?
In other words, let's get the hell out of here. Is that what you're telling us?
Pretty much, now that the fire is growing, unless you find a way to put it out.
Damn it.
Who set the freaking room on fire?
I just cast the grease. That's all.
Yeah.
Whoever said it, I want to smack him upside the head.
I turned my head so he can smack me.
All right, the fire is growing. You're in the hallway. How are you planning to get out?
See, we
Be
go
back.
down the stairs from
Down the stairs?
floor, then down to the first floor.
Okay.
Before this whole wall gets too hot and we can't get down there.
Alrighty. Findle, you're going to move down there as well. Everybody's...
Yeah, sorry. Oops.
All right.
I just moved in. Oops. Sorry. There you go.
Billy, let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
Going.
Okay, so
Oh
Gilly's
Jump
Gilly's
right,
gonna tie.
jump right
No,
up.
no, I'm not.
Let's
I'm
give
not
him
gonna
the chance. Give him the chance, Gilly. The fire is spreading. You're starting to see smoke. How are you getting out?
Yeah, I was gonna tie a rope to the end of the banister, but then I
Okay.
started thinking that banister's pretty weak, so I may be flying instead of, or crashing really. So I'm gonna like book it. Let's see. Let me see the map. So Gilly's gonna kind of book it to back towards the stairs, towards the back end of the stairs.
All right. Go ahead and move your movement to the back end of the stairs. You're talking about toward the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you're going to move in that direction.
Yeah, so Can I use dash?
Yes, you may. That'll give you double your movement total.
Yeah, so I almost made it to the stairs. So yeah, I'm on the back landing.
Alrighty. So, I found it, and Imith, what are you guys doing to get out of the area?
Wasn't there a copper tub down next to that kitchen area in that other room with the stairs going downstairs?
Yes, there was a cracked copper tub in there because it was a scullery.
So, but it was cracked, so it wouldn't hold water.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to. I'll just follow Gilly. I'll dash and try to get out and follow Gilly.
Alrighty. Go ahead and move your 60 or 50 feet. Alrighty. Imith, what about you?
Quickest way out, 60 feet.
Way out 60 feet. That's around the corner and down the stairs with the rest of them.
Okay, well, I mean, if that includes going to the hole and dropping down, I'm okay with that too. Because being burned alive is not my idea of the way I would want to go.
That actually would be slightly faster. Go ahead and give me an athletics check to make sure you nail that superhero landing when you hit the ground.
I won't because I have a -1 on athletics. So I got a 5 - 1, 4.
All right. So yeah, you come down. 1d6 for every 10 feet. So 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
I'm down to 1 hit point.
Ouch.
Did Gavin and Dalgar leave the room before we closed the door?
Yes, they are leaving the
Okay, good.
room.
Oh, okay, good.
Can only control so many things at once.
No. I just wanted to make sure. That's all.
Isn't this when we go down? Isn't that the front door right there?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm going right towards that door.
I hope Dalgar slides down the banister past all you guys.
We got yeah. Where did Gilly and I found it go?
They're going another way. So, Gilly, go ahead and for the sake of brevity, move you down the stairs, and I found it as well. So you two are in the back of the house, in the kitchen area. Gavin and
both Findle and I could get out, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can move 5 squares, so I'll go. Yeah.
You can double move if you want.
Yes, the dash will give you your movement a second time.
Of course, yes. Okay, yeah. So I'll take that, and then I'll exit the house.
If Quibble notices, I'm kind of trying to make sure everybody is getting out. If I'm not seeing them two coming down the stairs, I'm gonna figure they're going the other direction and be coming back or say something to Emmett. Say, do you see Gilly? And I found it. They should be coming your direction.
All right. With that, we will cut over to Emmett, or not to Emmett yet, but Gillian. I found it. You guys have come down the stairs into the kitchen. What are you doing?
How much damage is going on with the wall?
All right. Because you kind of booked it out of there, you don't see how the fire is spreading on the second floor, but you can definitely start to feel a little bit of heat as it continues to spread throughout the upper floor, and the smoke still goes. Since it's on the second floor, there isn't a lot of smoke on the first floor yet, so you have a little bit more time than if you had stayed on the second floor.
So I'm gonna suggest this till I found it. Gilly is gonna be like, mate, if we come out of this kitchen door, as we quickly turn to the left, there'll be another door that exits out of the house. Would you want to go out there?
Yeah, let's get out of this house right now.
Yeah. Okay, mate. And then I guess I'll move my
You do your double movement, it'll put you outside the house.
All right, cool. I'll take out, go out.
I found it. Your double movement will bring you right to the door, right outside as well.
Does Emmett see them go out that door? Because
Emmett?
I'm looking for that confirmation that they got out of the house. Otherwise, I'm going back in. Like, that's just the way it is.
All right. Well, Emmett took a tumble down the second floor. So, Emmett, how do you want to roll a quick perception to see if you notice the two of them run by as you deal with that landing?
So, yeah, 22. 17
Yeah.
plus 5.
You see the movement of the two gnomes as they rush out the side door.
Okay. And I'll let them know they went out the back or the side or wherever the hell they are.
Okay, let's go.
Move everybody out. House. Gilly and I found it. As you guys exit that side door, you see an old well that has got a lot of overgrown greenery around it. Right there in the garden.
We could fill the bag of holding with water. It'd hold a lot of water.
You don't put water on a grease fire.
No, not water. That's the worst.
Not
Let's
unless you
spread
want to
it.
spread it further.
Yep.
The grease has got to be burned by now. There's no grease left there. There's a house fire now.
Straight up.
House fire either now.
I'm not trying it. You want to try it? I'll be down here watching.
I would. Quivel would start going around the house, like to get eyes on Gilly and I found it.
All right.
That's just part of his soldiering kind of thing. So
Totally makes sense.
I just look at Findle and I say, well, at least it's not haunted anymore.
That's very true. We won't have to worry about anyone having haunted here anymore. Oh, unless there were still people in the house, and maybe then their ghosts will be haunted. Oh.
Or the ghosts that were living there are going to come haunt us forever.
Oh, well, that might be fun. Maybe they're nice ghosts.
Quivel, make me a perception check as you're coming around that corner of the house.
Oh, no.
Jesus. My perception checks are always so bad. That's an 8.
You don't notice it.
It's the worst. And it's like my best ability, and I roll like crap every time.
If I see him moving, sorry, go ahead, Gilly.
Oh no, what I was gonna say is because now we're out of the house and we're catching our breath. I guess Gilly will walk over to that window nearest him.
Okay.
And kind of start peeking in to see if anybody's made it out or if he can see anybody running around. Just to look.
Which window are you trying to look through?
Yeah, I'm looking through the window in the first floor bottom hallway.
All right, that one looks into a door.
Okay.
And you can leave you
I
guys.
can't see anybody running around.
You see it. No, because you guys never actually went in that door. You left it closed. So you see a closed door as you look through that window. You have no idea.
Can we hear any screams from inside the house now that the fire has?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah.
In fact, everybody outside roll their perception checks.
Yeah. Just thinking, I wonder if anyone's still.
You back away from the house too, because if
That's
it's
good.
fire,
16 plus 1, 17.
is the house
16 plus 5, 21.
Nice.
Natural 20 plus 1, 21.
Nice.
23 for me total. So
Wow. Gavin got a natural 1, so he doesn't see anything. Dolgar got a 2, so he's oblivious. Who got 18 or higher?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
I did
All right.
not. I think I got a 17.
Gilly got a 21.
18 or higher, you actually hear some muffled screaming
uh-oh.
from the second floor. specifically in this corner of the house on the second floor.
I just killed a bunch of people.
It sounds like it's only one voice.
Can we perceive whether it's a male or female voice? Or is it kind of monstrous?
What language?
It's in common. It's kind of a gagged someone who. It sounds like someone who's gagged. Realizing that there's something seriously wrong and is in a complete panic.
Did we not go into that room?
Not yet. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Are you? Oh no, you're right. You're absolutely right. We didn't. I apologize. Yep.
I'm gonna run up and start trying to climb up that side.
The outside?
I feel horrible.
A booster up there.
We just killed somebody.
What's this we?
But it wasn't purposefully. I mean,
Guys, I'm still saying that the bag of holding full of water is not a bad idea. We just pour it out on the floor.
Well, I'm down to 1 hit point, so my ass is going to be parked right outside. You all go right ahead.
All right, so Tara Lee, you're going to try and ascend from the exterior of the house.
I see a window up there, right?
Yes, there is a pair of windows.
Okay. And
Do you have rope? I yell at him. Do you have rope you can bring?
Yeah, I do.
You all have your adventuring packs. You all have 50 feet of rope.
yeah, I've got him.
All right, so Kara Lee, if you're going to start your ascension, go ahead and give me your acrobatics check.
Okay.
Or athletics, whichever one you feel is the better skill.
Oh, acrobatics for sure. If I'm allowed to. So it's 11 plus 5, so 16.
All right, you start scaling up. You lose your grip a little bit, but you get about half. You get most of the way up and start to crest up onto the windowsill.
Nice.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna yell while they're doing it too. I'm just yelling out, "Quibble, shoot out the window! Shoot out the window!" Just.
I was gonna do that, but before you started going up, but it was a little late. But I am gonna shoot. Like, is it a one solid window, or does it have like 2 panes? Is it gonna open, or?
It's a lot like the rest of the front windows. It's kind of like it's got it's a single pane window, but it's got little glazing to kind of cut it into 9. But you could totally shoot it out.
Okay, I really don't want to do that now and have all the glass come down and carry me, but
I'm screaming it. So do what you want.
do it. So I will shoot the window.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll for that attack.
Is that window on the first floor or the second floor?
Second floor.
Okay.
That's gonna be a
So
20,
I thought it was the first floor.
Second floor.
Okay, sorry.
23 to hit.
23 will hit. So, for the sake of brevity, the arrow goes through the window, and it'll shatter. It cracks more of the glass. You're starting to see smoke billowing out from the other broken windows in the fire and the fireplace and the chimneys. The flames are speeding up. You're also starting to hear screams, bestial screams from the attic. Yeah. Anybody? What's everybody else doing? So Emmett is kind of hanging out. Quibble shot out a window. Carolee is ascending the walls. Findle, I Fondit, Gilly, what are you guys doing?
How much weight could that extending pole hold? I'm only about 30 or 40 pounds, so if I extend it, could it raise me into the air?
Yeah, you just have to balance or have somebody hold it so you don't end up falling over as you got to its full height.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of say to who's still on the ground by the window?
I'll get her properly.
Quibble? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go over and ask him to hold the pole while it raises me up to the window, so that I can kind of try to see inside and see who's inside and tell them to get out.
Go and you hold that. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics to make sure you balance yourself pretty well and can make it onto the side of the house.
Yeah. So that is oh good lord, a natural 1. So 3.
Yeah, the pole extends up. You're on the pole. You go and you reach and you slip and you fall.
Wow!
10 feet. 6 points of bludgeoning damage from hitting the ground.
Okay. So I'm at 2 hit points.
Alrighty. Gilly and I found it. What are you guys doing?
Well, I assume we hear all the stuff going on over there, so I want to move around the house to where they are.
Okay, it'll take you a couple of moments to do that. All right. Gilly, what about you?
So I was gonna do the same and go around the corner of the house and try to get my way to the rest of the party.
Okay. You guys could both move to about... Yeah, right about there. Double movement would bring you around to the most of the way around the corner.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Brings us back to Carolee. One more time with your acrobatics.
Yep. All right. 16 plus 5. So that's going to be 21.
All right. Yeah, you get up there. You're able to go in and open the window. I see a guy. He's alive, though bound and gagged, clad only in undergarments and appears to have no weapons or equipment, and is just scrambling to try and get himself loose, because at this point the smoke is billowing in. This is, since you're so close to the source of the fire, you're feeling the heat through the wall, because it's obviously been spreading through the rooms.
So I don't even hesitate if I can. If I have anything left at all, I might not. That's okay if I don't. But if I just start grabbing him and trying to pull him to the window.
Okay.
Who was up there with me? It was Dolgar coming too?
Dolgar is coming into the window with you as well. So as you try to move him, he's in a panic. So we're gonna do opposed strength checks. See if you can move him in panic state.
I have no strength. Hey, I rolled an 18 minus 1, 17.
You got a 19, so he's fighting you as you're trying to move him. We'll say for brevity, Delgar comes up with you. Go ahead and re-roll your roll again because he's assisting Carolee.
There's no way I would better than that. Okay. Yeah, 9 total. So
okay.
17 is my best. Yeah.
All right, so you guys are fighting to try and get him. Back down on the bottom of the ground, we have Quivel, Findle. What are you guys on the ground doing? Gavin is looking around. He's like trying to find a source of water. Gilly and I found that you guys would be coming around the corner about this time. So
take out my rope and try to throw it through the window.
Okay.
But maybe tie it off to something and try to, so they can climb out.
All right, go give me a sleight of hand check.
I'll actually, tell them if they have any rope, secure it to something, and
that's fair. All right.
Yeah. So I'll just yell up like.
Okay. That's good. Findle, what about you? You're on the ground from your fall.
Yep. I mean, I guess I really can't do much if I see them. I don't want to. I mean, there's already people trying to save them, so I don't want to.
I'm gonna go take a seat next to Emmett and kind of rest up.
Yeah, I mean, if that's okay, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm pretty sore from my fall, so.
Yeah. All right. Gavin, like I said, Gavin was searching around. He's asking, do you guys see any water? Do you see any water around?
I think I found it had said something about a bag of holding in water. Could we use that? Can I find it?
It might be close enough. There's a well behind. behind the house.
Gilly, what are you gonna do?
So Gilly's just gonna kind of look at who's left down on the bottom level and look up at the people that are ascending into the window.
Yeah, you see, you come around, you see Dulgar and Carolee have gone into the.
Yeah, so Gilly's just gonna call out like, are you mates mad? You don't go climbing back into a burning home. You climb out and you come out and you stay far away. What are they doing, mate? And just kind of.
My thoughts exactly. I don't know what they're doing.
All right.
Here we are. Here we are.
All right. The fire is still continuing to spread. You're starting to see the flames come out of the roof line and the attic. The smoke is getting darker and more pronounced, coming out of all of the windows around the house now. Second floor, kind of working its way down. Switching back over to Carolee and Delgar trying to get this guy out.
Okay, I don't have time for this, so I'm just going to unarmed strike this guy in the head and knock him out.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll for attack.
This is for your own good. Let's get him out of here, Dulgar. All right, so that's 13 plus 5 is 18 to hit.
That will hit.
And this is so I'm doing subdual, obviously.
Of course.
Right, I just want to make sure that I'm clear.
Oh,
So 6 points of damage, and then I'll use my bonus. If that doesn't do it, I'll use my bonus action to do it again.
After you do it a couple of times, and we'll say for brevity, you do knock him out.
Okay, the next one is 7 points of damage anyway. I rolled like a 19. Okay, so that's my action and bonus, and then
You hear Quibble calling out from the outside, secure a rope to lower yourselves down.
Okay, so I just say, Dulgar, grab him. That's what I say to Dulgar.
Dulgar nods, picks him up, puts him over his shoulder, and you guys move toward the window. Are you going to try and secure a rope to come down?
I will. I don't know if I have, anything left to do that with, but I would absolutely start doing that whenever I get a chance.
All right, well, we'll go for that. Next time around, you guys secure the ropes. Dulgar starts to come out. Or who do you come out first, or do you have Dulgar go out first?
Dulgar with him.
Dulgar is going to make another athletics check. See if he can climb down.
I'm back up.
Because 8. And he manages to, he slips a bit as he's coming down, but he doesn't drop the guy. So they're about halfway down. Carolee, go ahead and make your check for coming out.
Okay. Can I use acrobatics again?
Yes.
Or okay. Then
Whichever one, acrobatics or athletics, whichever one you feel you have a better chance.
Oh yeah, +5 versus -1. I'm definitely using acrobatics if I can. So that's 12 plus 5, so 17.
17 point. Yep, you're able to come down next round, just for brevity's sake. Yeah, Dulgar actually right about say 5 or 6 feet from the ground, he actually loses his grip and drops the guy onto the ground. He only falls about 5 feet or so though. Carolee, go ahead and do your last check.
Oh, okay. 7 plus 5, so 12.
Alrighty, so you guys are come out onto the ground. Quibble and Gilly, you see as Dulgar has the guy, he loses his grip on him, and he slips off the shoulder. Do you guys do to react?
Laugh.
Yeah, we'll try to catch him.
Okay. So you
fall anyways. I'm not gonna be like, oh.
no, you get there. You ease the impact a little bit. Findle or Ifondit and Gavin, as you guys come around to the well, Gavin kind of looks up and sees that the house is fully engulfed by this point, and what he was thinking was not going to work. So, guys all move away from. You guys all move away from the house a safe distance as you watch this haunted house that you have everybody has talked about so much. You have come to investigate its secret. Goes up. This house is actually about 4 or 5 miles away. So probably at some point someone will notice the smoke in the distance and wonder what's going on. But there's no chance of anyone rushing over to assist in the near future.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just slumped over, probably coughing up stuff and going, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
All right. What you guys want to do now? The house is on fire. You really can't get back in there. You can't get down to the caverns for a while, unless you want to wait till the fire burns itself out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we should, but we're on the outside of the house now, so, and while it's burning down, can we walk around the house and try to find other ways below?
As you go around the house, everybody sees this old well that's there, probably about 100 yards or so. To the east is the cliff face that goes down to the ocean below, and which leads to where the alcove where you guys saw that boat pulled in. So you start to get a good visual that, okay, the house above the caverns, and then there's this little cave in the rock face that kind of leads under the house. But it's probably a good 50 to 60 feet to the water from the cliff edge.
I'm starting to wonder about this well that's right on the edge of a cliff. Doesn't seem like you get fresh water there. Is there like a rock or something? Do I know if there's water in it? Is there a bucket? Or can I drop a rock down the well?
You could certainly try.
Well, I'd like to drop a rock down and see if I hear anything, or this is really can I see water at the bottom of it?
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That would be an 11.
Alrighty. As you approach the well, you see that it's all kind of overgrown, and you kind of look over. The well is not very deep, per se. Only about maybe 20 or so feet. But as you get closer, as you get closer, you kind of look down, you see it's only about 20 feet deep. So the ocean and everything is definitely farther below.
I see water at the bottom. I have
Just a little bit, and a little bit of sparkly at the bottom.
Okay.
Where are we all at this point? Like the rest of the party?
You guys would all be, well, Ifondit has wandered around to the backside.
Okay.
Whoever went to go look over at the cliff, I kind of had it's pretty much you're kind of in a safe distance away from the house as it burns,
Okay,
for the
cool.
most part.
Okay. I would have followed Ifondit to wherever he kind of went.
All right. Go ahead and roll a perception check as you come up on that well.
Sorry. Switch between here. Perception. Turn terrible. 3 + 1, 4.
You come up on the well. You notice the sparklies at the bottom.
Yeah, cool.
You don't notice anything else around the well other than its heavy vegetation.
Well,
Do you want me to move my character back
No,
there?
this can all pretty much be theater of the mind. There's no more combats.
Okay, cool.
To be honest, since you set the house on fire, what creatures were around that well have, in all sense, scattered.
well,
Okay, cool.
So,
well, Billy's still kind of
I'm good
curious.
at what I do.
Billy's kind of curious of this this body that fell to the floor.
oh yes,
I'm trying to figure out who this guy is and why Lizard Boy dropped him.
well, as you get your look at him,
Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna be cautious. I'm gonna pull out my short sword.
well, as you come up on him, you notice that he's bound and gagged, and pretty much only wearing his undergarments. He's got no weapons. He's got no armor. He's got no clothes. And now he's got like a what looks like a black eye forming on him. And,
I found it has his clothes.
I was gonna say, did we burn his clothes?
nobody told me they picked them up.
That's very true.
I'm a horrible person.
So can we do some interrogation on this guy?
When he becomes conscious, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, should we maybe rest a while and watch this house burn down? Maybe we can roast some food or something and just kind of rest. I'm not doing so well, and I don't think Emeth is that right?
Emeth is worse off than you.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do a medicine check on the guy that I knocked out.
Okay.
I can't remember. Can I do anything with that? Like,
He's not near death.
right? I don't have to stabilize him or anything like that, right?
No,
So-
no, he's just unconscious.
All right. Well, I mean, I do a medicine check to, I know it doesn't do anything in the game, but I'll do that anyway. I start checking his wounds.
Okay. So some soot and whatnot from a little bit of smoke, but not nearly as bad as it could have been in a little while. So you guys want to take a short rest and kind of recoup some things?
For sure.
All right.
Yeah, if that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, by all means.
Ow.
Yeah, let's watch the house burn.
Well,
Yep.
hey Scoob,
Anyone have any
Yes.
marshmallows?
how long has it taken all this to happen? Because I've just been sitting there. Are we at an hour?
Yeah, you guys can do all your short rest stuff. So
Cool.
another.
Be looking around to make sure that there's nothing coming from. He's just gonna watch.
Yeah. We'll say over the course of the next 2 hours or so, you're watching the house slowly collapse in on itself as it burns. You can roll your hit die to reclaim hit points, take a short rest.
Ooh, I got a question. So we're in the front of the house, right? Where we had the encounter with the weasels?
Yeah, the rose bush isn't too far away.
Okay, can we find is there another? I think we killed like 2 or 3 weasels.
You killed 2 of them. One of them you dragged into the house and barbecued.
Yeah, I'm looking for another one to barbecue.
As you go and you search, you do see the partially eaten body of a second one at the entrance to the burrow that they lunged out at you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it as is.
I truthfully think that, and I'll say this to the party, that I think we should just head back to town.
Well, let's wake up this fella here and ask him a bit of questions of what he was doing in the home, because I'm not dragging a body with me that doesn't need to be. So I guess Gilly wants to walk over and kind of give a nice awakening slap to the unconscious.
All right. You come up and you slap him. You slap him a few times and wake him up. And he wakes up and he starts to mumble through the gag and kind of looking around, trying to figure out what the heck's been going on.
Gilly will take his short sword and kind of like rip off the with his short sword, rip off the gag.
All right. The gag comes loose and he kind of coughs a little bit. And says, "What happened?"
I say, hit your head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you tell us, mate. What were you doing in that house, and why are you in your skivvies?
I came in. I was checking the house out, and I was attacked from behind. And next thing I know, that there's smoke and fire. And what happened?
Yeah, I think the beasts lit the house on fire. It was the weirdest thing. We tried to stop them, but they wouldn't stop. Well, what are you gonna do? Beasts, right?
Who laughs out loud?
Roll a deception check, Findle.
Yeah, especially because I'm staring you down.
Who actually laughs?
Come on, where is it? A 9.
He looks at you, and you can just get the feeling that he's not buying that the beasts set the house on fire.
All right, well, maybe, just maybe, in the heat of battle, things got a little excited, and we kind of maybe set the house on fire just a little bit. But it was an accident.
He's just.
I just. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's in the heat of battle. Things happen. I mean, sorry.
He's settling around. Like, did you see my clothes?
Oh. Yeah, I think they may have gotten burned too.
So, Steve, is this guy a human form or what
Yeah,
kind
he's
of...
a human. He's a human.
All right, so Gilly's gonna kind of, since I'm a gnome, I'm just gonna jump on him and kind of grab him, like by his shoulders, and like look at him and like ask him, "Who sent you, mate? Who sent you? And what were you doing in the house? Who sent you?" Kind of shake him around, my little body just on top of him, just trying to shake him up, trying to intimidate him as much as I can, as being a gnome and him being a human.
Roll that intimidation check.
All right. So, yeah, this is gonna suck. Oh, yeah, it sucks. A 0. I had a 1 with a negative. Wow.
He's like, I don't know. I walked into the house. I was hit from behind. Next thing I know, it's on fire. And I don't know where my clothes are. I think they were on the second floor. And then he looks at the house.
Oh my god. That's
Fair play, mate. Fair play. We kinda
Can
just
I
walk by.
ask him if he's from Saltmarsh?
Yes. He tells you his name is Ned. And he... All kinds of confused.
Is there anything in so the house is kind of burned its way down now, and
Yeah,
it's all
there's
kind of-
there's still some stuff. It's think of all those pictures of house fires after it's
Yep.
as it burns out. There's only a few random pieces of wall timber still standing.
Is there anything that survived the fire? Like pieces of maybe I don't know, anything.
Okay,
One
how about
life.
I'll give you this one.
Hey,
How
Chip.
about a investigation check to see if he could still get back into the cellar?
Yeah, sure.
And Steve, while they're doing that, I'm just going to kind of go up to the guy and
Very nice.
apologize and just say, I'm so sorry, but we're glad we could rescue you. Sorry your clothes are gone. And just kind of console them a little bit while they're doing it.
I rolled a 16. 11 plus 5, 16.
You see, try to repacing you where you were, the perimeter about where that first trap door was that you went in there. There's a lot of debris on it. The door looks burned, and there's still some smoke kind of coming up. So I don't believe you guys shut the door. So any flames that fell in probably would have been working its way through whatever wooden stuff was in the bottom.
Yeah, there's another two. There's two stories of house on top of that. Like, how you digging in there?
So yeah, it's gonna take a while to excavate just to get down into the cellar, let alone into the caverns again.
All right, cool. Okay.
Our best bet, if we're gonna go down, if we're gonna try to get in there, is to go down another way, like to find that cavern where the boat was.
You said that the cliff is about 60 feet down, right?
Yeah, it's about 60 feet from the cliff, from where you guys are over the cliff down to the water.
If we were to dig a python into the ground, could we tie a rope to that and then attach another rope to it and climb all the way down? Or would that be a smart idea? Or
it's entirely plausible to rappel down.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that to the party and see what they think.
Do we know where the opening for the cavern is?
Rough estimate based on what, as you guys have talked about it, is it seems like it's pretty much right off. Seems like it's if you were to stand at the front of the house and walk to the cliff edge, below that would be about it.
Well, I just want to tell the party, guys, I don't see any reason to go down there. There's only a boat down there, and if we want to get there, we should just go back to town and get a boat and bring it back and row a boat back here.
We didn't leave all that silken stuff down there, did we?
Did
Maybe.
I thought Tim put that in the bag of holding.
Didn't have that yet.
But
Nope.
You said you were going to get that from Steve.
Yeah, I know, but
But that was after going back into the cellar, fighting the skeletons, and then you guys went upstairs. So nobody really clarified if they were going to really spend the time to move all of it into the cellar or leave it there closer to the boat to maybe use the boat to take it all back down.
Gilly will kind of intrude in all this and kind of like say, hold up, mates. If we go back into town, everybody already knows that we were the ones that were coming up here. So they know that we burned down the house. Would you like to be known as the people that went to burn down the house? I say, go down. Let's try going down the well and see if we can get into the cavern.
But the people in town don't know that we burned down the house.
I'd like to find the people that know I was in the house personally. They're the ones that hit me on the head and put me in there.
Dolgar found out that we were here because somebody said that we were asking about this place. So they already knew we were here. They already sent Dolgar here. Lizard Boy, isn't that true?
Dolgar nods.
They knew you were here because when I was in town, I was checking on it, and they told me that that a party was up here. But we don't have to tell them that. We can just tell them it was me.
Well, you want to be known as the buffoons that set the house on fire?
It was haunted.
The heroes.
Well, that's what I mean. We don't have to tell them that we started the fire. Maybe the ghosts did it.
We didn't start the fire.
That's exactly right.
It was all lit burning.
It happens. Sometimes things burn.
You know what? The craziest things happen in this world. I've seen stranger things.
We were cooking some weasels and a grease fire started, and yeah.
That's exactly right. It was an accident. It could have happened to anybody. Most accidents happen in the home.
Electrical fire.
What's in the fireplace? Find it.
Make sure you take out your lint from your dryer.
So,
So
do we
what are we gonna do?
go down like the side of the cliff, or do we want to go see what's down the actual well?
I think Gilly might be right. I was thinking we could maybe check down the well too, if you guys are saying the cavern's underneath.
Yeah,
The
'cause
well,
I think-
the well is on the back side of the house. Get to the
Okay.
cavern entrance. You're essentially going to walk, because the way the house is situated, the path that leads up to the garden and then leads up to the front door, it kind of curves a little bit. But if you want to take and go from the front door straight to the cliff edge and down, is where you'll get to the water, and then where it looks like the entrance to that cavern is.
So there's like a little beach. If we were to descend from the cliffside, there'd be a beach that we would land off before getting into the cavern.
No.
So we would hit water.
Yes.
Dang it.
Let's add a little.
Well, Quibble has armor that lets him swim better.
Well, you don't know that.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, it's got fishy scales all over it.
I'm ready to send somebody down, or ready to try to go send a gnome down
Oh.
one of the wells, and then maybe see.
All right. Do you guys see that image, or do you still see the
Yeah.
Roll20 map?
Yeah.
Okay. So just because here's the way the artwork kind of looks, it's coming off that cliff down, so it would be water. It wouldn't be a
Can we-
beach or anything. You
Water
have to
or
descend down.
rocks?
Hmm?
Are there rocks down there, or is it just water?
It's a cliff face, so there'd be some rocks, there'd be some waves that kind of brush up, and then the entrance
Okay.
leading in is kind of open.
Can we tie the rope to the tree?
Is there a way? Since I didn't come up here like you guys did, but if we go back down the trail, is there a way to get to that?
Yeah, you could backtrack your way down and then find a way along the shoreline.
I was just thinking that way we wouldn't have to climb, but that's up to you guys.
That's probably a lot safer than climbing. Yeah.
I'm still kind of curious. What are we gonna do with the guy that's tied up?
Yeah, Ned kind of looks at his hands still bound, and it's like,
I think-
I'd be curious to know that too, because
I think if he
you
was
have
in
some
the
extra
house and he
clothes I can borrow.
I have some fine clothes in my bag. Would I be wearing those, or are those clothes that I have with me?
You're a gnome.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I've got them in my bag. What can I say? I don't know.
You got them in your bag. It's you'd probably be wearing your adventurer stuff and keep the nice clothes for some kind of social function.
Okay, I'll give him the fine clothes. And
you can have these for now. For now.
He looks at the bundle of clothes you gave him, and then looks at you, and then looks at
Oh, of
himself.
course. Duh. I'm not sure why that didn't click. Never mind.
He looks over to the taller people in the
Sorry.
party.
Size, right? Yeah.
I just shake my head like, nope.
I'm ready to let him loose, but
Yeah, I would.
I'm kind of curious as to. I mean, he just never really answered the question of what he was doing in the house.
Or where he's from. I still want to know if he came from Salt Marsh, if he's an adventurer.
He was from Salt Marsh.
Yeah,
He was coming to check out the house.
Yeah.
Just like we were.
Does he have a house in Salt Marsh? Does he live there? Does he have a job there? Is he traveling through?
Look, guys, I was just finding a place to stay, and it was up here, and I got attacked from behind. Seems to be his repetitive stories. He came to the house and was attacked from behind, and gives kind of vague answers on that other stuff.
Can I roll an insight check to see if he's lying?
Certainly can.
That is a good lord. 3 + 1, which is a 4.
I'd like to do that too, Steve, just because that's kind of something my character likes to do.
Okay. Do you want to assist or are you
Whatever
proficient?
you want. I was just thinking the same thing, so I don't
Okay.
care.
Okay, go ahead. Anybody else who wants to question his integrity, go and roll your insight checks. And
I definitely do.
I have a total of 19.
What if we want to question the integrity of our own party?
you can incite your party too. I mean,
Side of 15.
I think if you didn't at some point, it'd be a little disconcerting.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody, so it doesn't really matter.
So I got a nat 20 plus
Oh wow.
3 on my
wow.
insight check of the freaking party.
What is the question that you're asking them?
Who the hell are you and what the hell are you doing and whose side are you on?
And unless anyone wants to, I'll just go through. It's like, how do you guys want to respond? Or do you want to?
You almost killed all of us.
You can see Quibble is now just kind of watching our backs, just making sure that nothing attacks us from anywhere, and then just not even paying attention to this guy, or ready to shoot him if need be. So.
And mine was a 19 on the guy. For the questions, is he lying to us, or do I think?
I'll get to that. I kind of want to let Emmett kind of get his sense of the party's kind of moral compass here. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I would say that this is a group that just kind of bumbled into what happened, and while their intentions are bad, decisions are made.
And execution was poor. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Intentions aren't bad, just execution was.
Yeah.
Yes.
We only started adventuring together, and there's gonna be mistakes. We'll do better.
Wait, mate.
I
Right.
will do better. Good lord.
Don't put the blame on me, mate. I was on the other side. I was just there sitting there with Gavin, and Gavin went all weird.
I noticed that you were hanging back and weren't helping. I saw that.
I think everything went well. I didn't even die.
Hey, everybody, it was me. Look, I take full responsibility.
It's okay. Accidents are gonna happen.
All right, Emmett, are you satisfied by that collection of responses?
Bad about it.
Satisfied, yes. Happy, no. But satisfied, yes.
That's fair. All right, back to the other insight. Who was rolling insight against Ned there?
I rolled. I had the 19.
You had a 19. Okay. Anyone else?
I did. I think I rolled a 13.
Okay.
I rolled a 4, I think.
All right. Findle, you believe him? You think he is 100% honest and a trustworthy guy, just was in a bad place at the bad time. Everybody else, he is lying through his teeth. He knows much more than he is letting on.
I'm sure you are telling the honest truth. I trust you.
It kind of nods like, yes. Thank you.
And Findle, you trust all his not answers? He's not answering our questions.
Oh, don't you guys trust him?
I say to him, I say, look, I feel bad for burning the house. But your answers are not making me not feel so bad about punching you in the face. So what I'm saying to you is start telling us the truth so we can understand what's going on here.
Go ahead and give a persuade. It's persuasion or intimidation. When do you want to do?
It'd be more the persuasion route. I wouldn't be. Ooh, okay. So I rolled a natural 1, but I'm going to use my halfling ability. It's an ability check
Okay.
to re-roll that.
Alrighty, do it.
It's the lucky.
Yes,
Rachel.
the lucky
Yeah.
trait.
Yeah.
And I rolled a natural 20, so
Hey.
but it's -1, so it's 19.
Truthful, his name is Ned, and he was hired by a merchant in Saltmarsh to come up here and deter anyone who comes to try to sabotage Sablet's smuggling operations.
Does that name? I don't know that name, but do you guys know that name?
Never heard of her.
Is there any way we would have any? Can I do a check to see if I've heard of it?
Yeah.
When Ned talks about Samblet's smuggling operation, and you start to rack your brains on who Samblet it, you think back to the last couple of days and all of the smugglers you've been killing, and the leader of the group that you killed, and you take an intuitive leap that Samblet is probably the spellcaster you killed in the caverns, and that this was his smuggling operation you effectively just shut down. Ned doesn't know this, other than
that's not going to be good. He ain't going to be happy.
Oh.
He not going to be happy at all.
Yeah. Fiddle's gonna back away slowly.
We should not be here when he finds out.
Didn't you just say he was the guy that was that we killed inside there?
Yes, but he was the guy who sent Ned is a merchant who profited from the smuggling.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd like to know who the merchant is.
Yeah. What was the name of the merchant?
He's hesitant to tell you.
Look, I know I put you in danger by the fire, but I did go back in and save your life. Didn't have to do that.
He has a point.
I wouldn't have done it.
I tried, but I fell off my pole.
I couldn't let someone else get burned in a fire. And you see Carolee, she kind of starts to stroke the right side of her face as she says it.
All right, go ahead and try and persuade him again.
Okay, this is not my forte.
Can I assist him?
Yes, you can.
Please.
Assisting, you'll give him advantage.
Oh, good. Okay. So it's 14. I rolled a 15 was the highest of the two, and -1, so 14.
He sits there and he listens to what you're saying, and he says, he kind of mumbles a name. Mumbles somebody named Primwater.
Oh, hold on. And so Gilly's gonna come up with his longbow with an arrow pointed directly at his skull, and I'm gonna try to intimidate him and try to get more information.
He said the name Primwater. He told us the name already.
Yeah, I know that, but
No, I know my characters say that to you. I know that.
no, I don't like fancy pants. I know this man.
Oh,
Seen
okay.
what he is, and then kind of like tell me more. what else did he send you to do? Tell me
Oh,
what he's doing, what he's hiding. And so I'm gonna roll in.
Go and roll your intimidation check.
Please do a 20. Dang it! I have nothing. I have a 1.
Oh, good lord.
He clams up. He realizes he has said too much and he's not going to talk anymore.
It's probably because you're a gnome and you're pointing the bow at his like kneecap instead of.
Yeah.
This is probably true.
Oh.
This is probably true.
Can I? Oh, never mind. Forget it.
Okay.
I had a kind of a funny idea, but it's never mind. Actually, you know what? No, I do kind of want to do it. Findle's gonna kind of run up to him and go, "You lied to me," and slap him in the face with an unarmed strike. Just trust me.
Okay.
So I rolled a 13. Does a 13 hit? Okay. So he actually does 0 damage because my strength modifier is -1.
Okay.
So it doesn't actually do anything at all.
Okay.
I think the minimum might be 1 though. Garrett, if I'm being
Well,
honest.
no, but because my strength modifier is -1, it goes back
Yeah,
down to 0.
it's literal.
Yeah,
It's literally
1 plus
just
strength.
so it is 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so smack.
Oh,
Tell
really?
us the
Because
truth.
mine says 1 plus strength modifier, and if
Yeah,
you have
that's
1
what I
plus
mean,
negative
because
1,
my-
Oh,
that would
that's
be
so.
0.
Yeah, he
Because it's
slaps him.
-1,
There's no
it brings it to
damage.
0.
So he slaps him. There's no damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figure he's like a little guy, so he's just like smack.
He's utterly dumbfounded by that act. But he's sitting there and like, what do you guys want to do with him?
So we need something to weigh the rope down that we're going to lower over the cliff.
True.
Well, he's a smuggler. That means he broke the law. I don't care that much about the law, but should we?
This
We-
guy's not a smuggler, though. He's just hired. He was just somebody hired by the merchant.
to keep the smugglers in business, right? Right?
Essentially, yes.
We let him go, he's gonna go right back to that smuggler and tell him.
Absolutely.
Oh, he goes back to the merchant, the smuggler.
Right to the merchant, right?
I think we should call a huddle and figure out what we're gonna do.
That's what we're doing right now.
If
We
we-
haven't tied him yet, right? He's gagged, but he's not
He's
untied.
ungagged, but his hands are tied.
Yeah, he's still tied up.
If we take him to the caverns, he probably can't get back out through the house, and if we take the boat, he probably can't swim back.
Well, are we going back to town then? With the stuff, we're gonna get the stuff from the. You guys have stuff down in the caverns. But then
Yeah.
I'm going back to
If it
town.
hasn't been burned up, yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry. If it is, I'll bone.
It should be fine.
It should be, yeah. It shouldn't be. I mean, it's rock walls and everything, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
Why don't-
Hopefully.
There was 2 layers. I mean, there was the bottom basement where there was the foot lockers and
That's true. Yeah.
and then there was a lower level below that I don't think the fire would penetrate. At least hope not.
Well, I'll stay up and watch him if you want, tied up, and if you guys want to go get the stuff, or I don't.
I mean, do we want to? I say we take this guy down with us.
That's fine.
We take what we can, take the boat, and leave him on the cove.
Well, shouldn't we bring him back to town to like get him to the authorities?
Yeah. That's I'm more comfortable with bringing him to the authorities than just leaving him to die. I mean, he's still a person.
I think the authorities is Primwater, first off.
Is it? I don't know who that is.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Okay, and so one of us, we should know who he is. So I mean, I know who he is, so I'll kind of like give him. So Primwater is he runs the town. He's a big merchant. He deals in a bunch of textiles and stuff, and he has a big grand home, a house that he has no use for. Too many rooms in that place.
Eh,
He walks
if
around.
if I may, Galen Primwater, the well-spoken, dapper old gentleman, neatly trimmed beard and fancy wardrobe. Cunning instincts, he has positioned his family to become the most prominent merchants in town. He is on the city council, and he has this grand house on the docks that he calls out and watches his workers. That's the house that Gilly was watching for a day or so while the party was Saltmarsh gathering in. So
So if we bring this back to town, he's going to, and we implicate Primwater. I'm sure that's not going to go very well.
probably not.
I'd still say we can leave it. We can leave him some rations. Leave him in those caves. Take the boat. He can be there. We can talk to authorities in the town then.
I think if we leave him some rations, it'll be okay. Because then we're not killing him. I mean, then we're giving him a chance to survive.
We have
I'm
no
okay with that.
Primwater did anything. Just this guy's word. So going to the authorities is pointless.
I say we talk to him until we get a definitive answer of who this merchant is, because he said he hasn't said much. He just says he works for Primwater.
Primwater's the name he gave.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Right.
mean that's necessarily true, I guess. But
And also, Primwater is the wealthiest person in town.
Yeah. If truthfully, my thoughts are that if we start bringing all this fabric and whatever back to town, even selling it, we're gonna have, if it is Primwater, he's gonna be one, knowing that we were the ones that stopped his smuggling operation, and that's gonna put a target on us.
What if we sail to a different town? What if we go and load the boat and take it
That
to
little
somewhere
boat
out
is
where
not-
Primwater isn't?
he wouldn't know.
Boat is not a sailing vessel.
Well, no, but I mean,
We're off being on foot.
We could still go back to town and you guys could sell the stuff, and we just don't have to implicate Primwater. Then he wouldn't know that we knew he was part of the operation. He might not be happy, but did he send you guys up here to check out? I don't know. Did he send you guys up here to check out the house, or
I don't think so. We found out from the graveyard owner, didn't we?
was there
Yeah.
somebody that sent you so that we could tell them, hey,
You had heard rumors about this house, this haunted
Yeah.
house, and the party. The most of the party had come to the town and had spent a week working, doing odd jobs and whatnot, and learned more of the stories and figured out who to ask to kind of investigate. Everyone else who's for Carolee and Delgar, it's been kind of the same thing. You've heard rumors regionally of this haunted house, and trying to get your start in the adventuring world, that's where it was. For Ifondit and Imith, they were essentially just kind of ambushed and taken captive. So for them, they had no real idea where they were before they came to before, from the time they were attacked to where they regained consciousness. A little bit of time kind of in there.
Can I can I use my background, my failed merchant, my background feature supply chain? It says from time to time, as a merchant, you retain connections with wholesale suppliers and other merchants and entrepreneurs. You can call upon these connections when looking for items or information. Would I be able to call upon some other merchants so that we could sell these to somebody that doesn't belong to the town?
Yes, you can definitely make some contacts in there's a town about 20 miles away inland that you could go to. You could also try to sail around the Mire of Dead Men to the south toward Waterdeep, or you could head north to
Well, that was my thought, was that we could load it up and sail to a town. I mean, it's not a sailing boat like you said, obviously, but
No, it's not made for open water, but it is
No,
a,
no,
s-
no, no,
it
but-
is a it is a small boat, kind of like a longboat.
yeah.
So you could go up and down. With that same background, you kind of get the inclination that if you were to try to sell what you found in the cave to the town, someone
Yes.
will probably realize that you're selling stuff that was stolen from them.
Okay. So I'm gonna mention that to the party that we probably shouldn't sell it in town because we'll get discovered.
Exactly.
I go with the plan with Findle.
Yeah, so if we go back to town and just say the house was haunted, there were some bandits there, in the fight, it burned down. Then we
Well,
don't
but
have,
but I think that's what I mean is that maybe we don't have to go back to town at all. Maybe we just kind of skip town and go somewhere else and sell the stuff.
Somebody should be looking for a new smuggler.
Yeah.
Well-
Because obviously if Primwater knows that this land or this house was being used as the smuggler's den, he's eventually going to send more people to come find out where his merchandise is. We need to like bail out and maybe use Spindle's abilities of past merchants and
Hey, Steve,
connections.
Yes, Shaq.
how far is this house from the town? Could the people in the town have seen the thing go up in flames?
It's about 4 to 5 miles from town. The most they would have seen is the spiral of smoke leading into the air. It's still so the weather is fairly clear today, hence the amount of sunlight that was pouring in. So it's a good chance they've seen the smoke, but may not know that it was a house on fire, or could be some other fire, something else in the distance.
Okay.
How long have we been sitting here talking?
A few hours. I mean, to the point now, most of the flames have pretty much kind of burned themselves out. Hey, was anyone watching Ned?
yeah, I was. I said I would.
Oh, thank God.
Carol Lee, go ahead and give me a active perception check.
Okay.
Oh crap.
16 plus 5, 21.
Alrighty, as you guys were talking, you were watching. You kind of see Ned, kind of adjust his hands and remove his own bindings, and make the attempt to try and sneak away while you guys are all engrossed in your conversation.
I'll whip up my sling and whip it at him.
Okay.
Let's see here. That's going to be a 9 plus 5, 14.
That will hit.
Okay. So I'm just in the middle of talking to everybody, and I go, I throw a.
Pretty much.
That's a 4 plus 3, 7.
Alrighty. Yep. That definitely stops him from his attempt to.
Okay.
Is he out cold again?
No, but the impact has caused him to stop and
And
realize that you guys did notice him remove his own bindings and start to try and escape.
Ooh. Never mind. I thought I had something, but never mind. I don't.
So we're all in agreement that we're gonna go scale the cliff and go down to the caverns, take what we can, and leave.
What? I think we can just follow the shoreline instead of climbing down.
we're taking him with us.
Tie this guy back up.
What?
We need to tie this guy back up.
Yes, we need.
Oh
to go.
yeah. First things first. Yeah.
Because I had an idea if we were gonna go scale the mountain or scale the cliff, just tie a couple of loops around him, everybody descend, and so that we're not killing him, We would descend, and once we're all down, the bindings would lift, and he can take off wherever he wants. We're not killing him. We're just using him as we tie him around the tree, and he's not going anywhere.
Okay. To fill in for what you guys were trying to think of as far as not going back to Salt Marsh, Lilian is about 25 miles inland. Then there's Thornhold, which is on the other side of the Mire of Dead Men, to the south, and to the north. The next port is the next major city is the city of Neverwinter. For some geographical reference, but you're gonna go. So you're gonna tie him up. Then what are you gonna do with him?
Well, we saw that he got out of these ones, right? We can tie it so that he can, because he's going to go back to town and tell about us anyway, guys. Either way, and I'm absolutely not advocating doing anything more to him. I think we should just let him go because.
Oh yeah.
No,
I don't think it matters. I mean, he'll tell the town eventually.
But are you gonna? Is the plan to delay how long before he gets back to town to talk about what happened?
That's what I would suggest.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
My thing that I want to do with delaying him is just let him just take off his skivvies and run around naked, because that's going to obviously put him in a situation where he's already
in that situation. So let's not go too far.
Okay.
Let's not go too far off the rails. But he's kind of already in that situation because he doesn't have his clothes, he doesn't have his armor, he doesn't have any weapons.
You can take him with us for a while and then let him go once we're further away.
Yeah, he's no weapons, no armor. He might not even make it back to town.
I suggest, guys, that we take him down to the caverns. We collect the stuff that's in the caverns. We take the boat back to Salt Marsh. And then maybe on our way out of Salt Marsh, we leave a note. Hey, Gilly might want to throw a rock through one of those fancy windows that says, "Hey, you guys, it's still in the caverns."
Let's if the plan is to go down there and get that stuff, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll watch him while you guys do that. Unless we're gonna take him down with us, which is fine too.
Are you gonna try and rappel off the side of the cliff, or backtrack down to the shoreline and try to get across? Because to be honest, there's no guarantee you're gonna find shoreline all the way around. You're gonna get wet at some point.
That's true.
No, I think we need to go where we know where the entrance is. I think we need to go down the cliff.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I'll
Yeah,
stay here with him then.
With us.
I think we got at a good point. It is almost 11:30. I know we did start about a half hour late tonight because of some because a couple of issues. So I'd say this is probably a good stopping point for this week, and we will pick up next week with descending down and reclaiming the stuff. Thank you out there to the chat for hanging out with us and checking us out. Thank you to the players for hanging out with us tonight and continuing this adventure, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
And thank you to the DM.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Happy July 4th, everyone.
Yeah, you guys. Good one.
Burn down your toy.
I won't put the grill too close to the house. I promise.
Right. I'll see if I can get my camera working next time. Oh.
I'm sorry.
New group.